Hello, Internet. Welcome to the show. My name is Darren, this is AJ, and this is the DnA Sports Recap. Okay, so perfect. Well, there's a lot going on in the world of sports this week, so a lot to get to. So first of all, thank you guys for joining us on this episode of the Sports Recap. Anyway, so the big game this weekend, right? So what are the two teams that are in it? We have
Philadelphia Eagles.
The Philadelphia Eagles.
And the Kansas City Chiefs.
Gotcha. Okay. So one of the main talking points that I wanted to bring up on this, so we're going to talk about this first and get it out of the way, is the Kelsey Bowl, right? So we have the Kelsey brothers.
Super cool.
That are playing.
Super cool.
And who's tired of this?
Everybody.
The Kelsey brothers. They said it on their own podcast that they want to, yes, we are playing each other in the Super Bowl. It's not that uncommon.
It's the only storyline in the whole game.
Yes, our moms will be rooting for both of us. Donna Kelsey, she's got the hardest job this weekend.
Yeah, the first brothers ever, which is a cool story, but it's like a 5-minute blurb of oh hey, the Kelsey brothers are playing each other. Oh, thumbs up, fantastic. Next subject.
So when it comes to the game there, the assignment was we both pick a team and we explain why we think that team is going to win the game. So I will let you go ahead and start first.
Okay.
And I believe you got the Chiefs and I got the Eagles.
The Chiefs.
Okay.
I got the Chiefs.
All right. So convince me on why the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl.
They've been there before, man.
Okay.
They've been a straight up experience. You've got guys on the roster that have been there. This is a big time moment.
It is.
And don't get me wrong, Jalen Hurts has played in some big time games at Alabama, at Oklahoma, and he's played on some of the biggest stages, but he hasn't played on one this big yet.
Gotcha.
And I mean, the Kansas City defense, your primary target is to just get Jalen Hurts remotely out of his comfort zone, and if they can accomplish that, which I think they got a chance. I think they got a chance to just get him out of his comfort zone. I think the big game moment kind of takes over, and
true,
and it happens too quickly. You know what I mean? Like all of a sudden you're through 2 quarters and you're down 2 touchdowns, and it's a whole lot different ball game than it is, especially when the whole world's watching.
That's true. That is very true. Anything else other than a gut feeling? You got any statistics or anything that's going to back up your argument, or are you just going to get just destroyed here in the next 5 minutes?
You're going to destroy me, I'm pretty sure. But I do want to say my little brother was an Eagles fan, so
nice.
I do got to cheer for them a little bit.
Oh no, that's perfectly kind. We just got assignments, so we're on assignment here. So I honestly I think either way it's going to be a good win. I don't have a dog in this fight, so
it'll be a great game.
So
do
you want to hear some reasons to why it backs up the claim that the Chiefs will win this game?
I do. I would love to hear them.
So right now the Kansas City Chiefs are number 8 in the league in zone rushing, and Philly is number 32. So
32 in zone rushing against
32 in zone rushing. Yeah. So that definitely plays.
That could be a rough game.
That does play in the Chiefs' favor.
Yeah.
That definitely plays in the Chiefs' favor for that one. They're also number 2 in defensive passing under pressure. Philly is number 18. So we're in the bottom half of the league for the Eagles. And
the upper half.
The Chiefs are number 2.
You see, what I was just saying is totally getting justified right here.
Absolutely, absolutely. You gave me these stats.
I gave you these stats.
Yeah, and they are also number 1 in short passing, with the Eagles being number 20. Kelsey led the league in short yardage this season, so that's passes between 0 to 10 yards. So the short game there is going to be definitely something that the Chiefs are going to try to take advantage of for sure.
Yeah.
So first of all, this is the second time this year that a Philly team has been in the championship game. The Phillies didn't bring it home. The Eagles got to bring it home. Eagles got to bring it home.
Yeah, that's a solid point.
Bryce Harper couldn't do it.
Everyone in Philadelphia is cheering for him.
Jalen Hurts has got to do it.
Like they've never cheered before.
Exactly. You can't have 2 teams lose from the same city. That just can't happen. So that's gonna be my.
Your driving number 1 factor. I like it.
Yeah, no, that's just gonna be my unsupported, just gut feeling on that one. So again, Philly has been the best team in the NFL all year long. The best team in the NFL. They were the first ones. They were the teams to go the longest without a loss.
Yes, that is very true.
They were undefeated up until I believe 9-0. I think they were this year before they took a loss. they are the most complete team, and they're also the most healthy team in this Super Bowl. The D for the Phillies is stacked. Their pass rushing, the pass rushing for Philly is coming. Basically, they're coming after them. Like the pass rushing, that's where Patrick Mahomes has a high ankle sprain that he's been nursing. That he barely got through the last 2 rounds of the playoffs. Yes, he's had 2 weeks to rehab, but that pass rushing for the Phillies is.
They're going to be getting him.
Yeah, they're going to be getting him. It's elite.
He's less than 100%.
He's less than 100, and this is not a shot to the Chiefs' offensive line, but you know, they're definitely coming for him. So yeah, again, can Patrick Mahomes, survive his 3rd playoff game on a bad leg? And also, last point on this, Jalen Hurts is 13-1 this season, including the playoffs. So,
pretty impressive.
Pretty impressive.
Those are some Alabama type numbers right there.
Exactly, roll tide. Anyway, so yeah. But as far as the stats go, on some stats on why the Eagles are gonna win this game over the Chiefs. Okay, first one, and again, this comes from Total Access NFL from the NFL Network. They are number 6 in intermediate passing. That's 10 to 20 yards. The Kansas City Chiefs are number 22 on that one, so the mid-range game is definitely going to be in the Eagles' favor. They are number 1 in rushing inside tackles. So the rushing game inside, not on the outside, inside the tackles is number 1. Kansas City Chiefs are number 22 in that. The Phillies have 22 rushing touchdowns this year. The next closest team was 15 rushing touchdowns. So they're going to be running the ball at the middle, and they're going to get some yardage.
They're going to be heading there.
Yeah, so hopefully the Chiefs defense is ready for that. Chiefs have given up the most rushing yards in playoffs this year on an average of 5.4 yards per carry. So,
ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch, Kansas City. I hope you figure it out before the big game.
So you got the number 1 rushing team, inside rushing team, going up against the team that's given up the most yardage this playoffs in rushing yards. So that's unfortunate.
Okay.
For the Chiefs there. And again, the Eagles are number 6 in quarterback scrambles, which Kansas City is ranked number 26 on that one. So again, Hurts is top 5 in yardage on scrambles, and the Chiefs are bottom 5 while defending scramble plays. So, yeah, the stats for the Eagles against the stats for the Chiefs, I think the Eagles have. But
the Chiefs have been there, man. The Chiefs have
been
there. They've been to this game.
Yeah, and let's talk about that. I think how interesting this game is going to be. You've got Andy Reid. So you got Andy Reid going against his former team, which he was very successful with in Philadelphia. I think that's
he was. I mean, that was a really fun team to watch. I mean, the Donovan McNabb days, and he kind of went through and had some really tough, hard-nosed teams that were really fun to watch. And it's kind of funny how he's evolved as a coach. This Kansas City team is not necessarily known as a huge hard-nosed team, but they're like a high-flying, let's get the ball down the field, let's keep the offense going.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So, which I guess that's more of, I mean, Andy Reid has always kind of been that way, but, I don't know. This Chiefs team just feels a little bit different to me.
Yep. Yeah. No, I agree there. I agree. There's, I honestly don't know which way this one's going to go. I think I found plenty of evidence that would say the Phillies would win, but in my gut, when I took this assignment, I'm like, yeah, but the Chiefs are going to win, so I don't know why I'm doing this. But after doing all this research and finding all these different statistics that basically put Jalen Hurts basically is untouchable this season, pretty much.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I mean,
what's really funny about this one is both these teams have the exact same record going into this game. They both scored the exact same amount of points going into this game, believe it or not. I think it's like 564 or something like that. I'll be queued up here. So it's two teams that got to the same record, got here the same way, both number 1 in their conference, top seed. So very interesting.
It's going to be a good game.
Yeah, absolutely.
I am 100% looking forward to watching the Super Bowl this weekend. I mean, the big concern is Mahomes healthy enough to play a complete? He's going to need a complete football game. I mean, you just read the metrics off. I mean, that Philly defense is going to be coming. They're going to be sending rushes. They're going to be trying to do exactly like I just said the Chiefs are going to try to do. Is get Hurts off his game. Patrick Mahomes has lived this life. He's been here. He's been through teams sending 4 and 5 out of the box at him, and having corner blitzes come at him from all sides. He's used to playing that, but is he healthy enough to continue to be successful? He's going to need every bit of his health. So I would say the big over the top one is Patrick Mahomes really healthy?
That's a good one. That's a good one. I think that's going to be the key takeaway.
Yeah.
You'd hope after 2 weeks of nursing a high ankle sprain, he'd be okay, especially since he was able to play a little bit. He played pretty well in the first 2 rounds in the playoffs.
You would think with the professional training staff, they would have
2
him.
2 weeks, man.
2 weeks. A
lot,
professional training staff, he's got to be at least in the high 90s% to go, which I feel is probably enough to compete at a high level. To do the things he needs to do, make some of those big passes.
He won't be as mobile though. I don't think he's. I don't know if he'll be the high 90s. I think he'll be around 80%.
That is Patrick Mahomes, man.
Yeah.
If he's
80%
not
of
healthy,
Patrick Mahomes though is better than most quarterbacks in the league.
Right. You still take 80% of Patrick Mahomes over
or 100% Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, or 100% Jalen Hurts.
So
you get to decide.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to it. It's going to be a fun weekend. Again, with the NBA trade deadline coming up, we're going to be seeing some more stuff go down on that as well. So yeah, go Birds. Anyway, as far
go Birds, go Chiefs.
Well, you said your brother was an Eagles fan. We figure we got to go for the Eagles, man. But yeah, so once again, folks, we appreciate you taking the time to chat with us on this DnA Sports Recap podcast. Appreciate the time, and until next time.